From releasing a terrible apology in response to the accusations against her, to people talking about inappropriate experiences they've had with the YouTube star, here's how Colleen Ballinger denied child grooming allegations. And trust me, this is one of the biggest dumpster fires the internet has seen recently. It's so bizarre that you gotta see it to believe it. Now, if you need a refresher on who Colleen is, I wouldn't blame you. While she might not be as famous now, her character, Randa Sings, was downright inescapable back in 2016. Now, Sings was the definition of cringe, with her intentionally annoying personality. But going from being a cringy online figure to a child groomer is a pretty big leap, isn't it? So, where did it go wrong for Ballinger? Well, accusations against her date all the way back to 2020 when she was called out in a video by ex-fan Adam McIntyre.
2016 to 2018, I was always asked to follow along gossip sites. Now the gossip sites were talking about her ex-husband and her relationship and the divorce.
In fact, in her recent video, she's defending herself against a lot of the criticism he's hurled at her. But instead of talking clearly about the true stuff and what she believes is made up, Colleen decided she'd rather sing about it. In fact, as soon as the video opens, Ballinger is seen picking up a ukulele in what's probably the most shocking YouTube moment of 2023. As she starts singing, Colleen mentions that she hasn't been doing so great lately, and that she's been advised by her team not to talk about the recent allegations, so instead, she's going to sing about them, as if that's so much better. Now keep in mind, these are allegations of literal child grooming, so the fact that she was treating it like a joke didn't fly with a ton of people. And boy, I'm only getting started with how ridiculous this apology was. While continuing to sing in the video, Ballinger added that a lot of people were saying untrue things about her, because for most people, this whole situation was a way to stir up drama and get some entertainment out of the situation. This brings us to the song's chorus, where she really shows her vocal range, singing about a toxic gossip train.
Toxic gossip train, you tied me to the tracks and harassed me for my past. Rumors look like facts when you don't mind the gaps.
It's amazing how this woman thought that seeing her way out of this situation was the way to go. But according to Colleen, it's all misinformation, as the people are on a one-way ticket to the manipulation station. But flowery lyrics aside, what actual justification did Ballinger give for her behavior? Well, she said that years ago, she used to message and interact with her fans. But not in the creepy way that a lot of people have been suggesting. Colleen mentioned that she did it in a more loser kind of way. Basically trying to be besties with everyone, like a weird aunt at your family gatherings that's totally out of touch with everyone but is still trying to fit in. Ballinger also said that she used to overshare with fans a lot back then. The YouTube star mentioned that she's been on the platform for 15 years and during that time has poured her heart out to her fan base. Because of this, Colleen started to think that she was simply chatting with her friends, when the truth is that some boundaries should have been set in place. It took her years to realize this, though once she did, she took accountability and changed her behavior. Ballinger thinks that this is a part of the drama that you won't really see anyone talk about, because it isn't interesting as simply calling her a child groomer and potentially destroying her life and career. Colleen also called out her haters, saying that they'll most likely come after her for this video, claiming that she's a gaslighter and a manipulator. But she defended herself again by saying that everyone makes mistakes and no one's got a perfect past. But the thing she seems to be forgetting is that grooming children on the internet isn't just a mistake that you can throw under the rug and hope will people forget. Though she did say that a lot of the stuff being said about her are rumors and false accusations. Plus, Ballinger added that some of her jokes were being taken out of context. Like one of the incidents where she made a fart joke with an underage fan was being shared online as an example of her problematic behavior. But it wasn't her intention for it to come across that way. In fact, not everything she posted was appropriate, but always relied on the parents of her fan base to monitor the content that their kids were seeing on the internet and decide if it was alright for them or not. Colleen continued by saying that if anything, she's a total loser who didn't have any real friends besides her online fan base, but that doesn't make her a groomer at all. She ends the video by saying that sometimes people make a mistake, but that doesn't mean you send them hate. It just means that they're human. Now, if she was a contestant for American Idol, I did say she did pretty well. But when it comes to an apology for some serious allegations, this is a complete failure. I mean, not only did she fail to address some of the biggest statements against her, but continue to mix and match her wordings by saying stuff like, "Did I make a mistake?" Or are the allegations just rumors made for drama and clout? It's like Colleen herself can't decide what angle she wants to take. And it's not only me who's saying this. because the internet exploded on her as soon as she posted this. If you scroll down to the comment section, you'll see a ton of people calling her out. Some folks said that the whole apology felt painfully millennial, while some others claimed that Colleen coming back and making an out-of-touch apology like this one was exactly something she'd do. A commentator even said that Ballinger shouldn't have listened to her PR team and kept silent about all the accusations until they came up with a proper response to them. As it is, she's caused the situation to blow up way more than it would have initially. And now, even people who had no idea about the whole drama have found out about it because of her terrible apology video. Another fan also mentioned how despite YouTube creators having a history of terrible apology videos, this somehow outdoes all of them in terms of how bad it is. Jokes aside though, people were quick to point out how insulting this was for the victims, especially with how Colleen was constantly downplaying her actions during the video and even going as far as to say that those speaking up were doing it for clout. There's also the fact that she didn't really clarify the specific incidents that were untrue. And let's not even get into how insensitive that ukulele was. More than anything, people wanted her to actually take accountability and record an apology that she really means instead of trying to throw the blame over to the victims in this situation. Because despite how much of a meme it's become, the allegations against her aren't a laughing matter. YouTuber Adam Macintyre stepped forward and shared his experience of feeling used and manipulated by Ballinger since he was only 13 years old.
In 2016, Colleen and Corey were doing a live stream and they stumbled across my Twitter account. They found my tweets really funny, and this was the day before we officially started really talking. They found my Twitter so funny that they said they needed to send me bra and panties.
Yeah, you heard that right. Macintyre, who's 20 years younger than Ballinger, accused her of sharing inappropriate personal details with him and using his content for her YouTube channel and Twitter account without compensating him. But wait, there's more. Since then, several others have come forward on social media to share their own experiences. One person named Johnny Silvestri revealed that he'd been part of group video calls from a young age, starting at 15, with other underage fans, as well as Colleen herself, her ex-husband Joshua David Evans, and occasionally her brother Trent Ballinger. To make things even worse, Ballinger's own family members often appeared in her vlogs, leading many fans to form what they believed were genuine friendships with her siblings. It's a complex situation and clearly something that wasn't right for young kids to be exposed to. Another individual who goes by the name Becky had an uncomfortable experience on stage at a Miranda Sings show. She felt that the encounter crossed boundaries and left her feeling extremely uncomfortable. As many fans come out with similar experiences with Colleen, the accusations hurled against her might only increase in the coming days. The only way she can save face now is to come out with a proper apology video addressing the accusations. So there you have it, folks, from people speaking up about the inappropriate experiences they've had with the YouTube star, to Colleen responding to the accusations against her in a terrible apology video. That's how Colleen Ballinger denying child grooming allegations.